It's the end of an era at Bayern Munich. The veteran winger duo of Arjen Robben and Franck Ribery have both departed the club this season after over a decade of service in Germany. The pair, nicknamed Robbery by fans, have moved on to the next chapters of their careers, with Ribery taking on a brand new adventure in Serie A with Fiorentina, whilst Robben hangs up his boots as he has decided to retire from the beautiful game. The future is bright for the German champions, so in today's video, we'll be looking to replace the pair with quality youth talent in the team and prepare the club for life after Robben and Ribery in career mode. Before we get into the video though, here are all the challenge rules and objectives. So number one, in the transfer window, we have to replace the departed Robben and Ribery with an 88 plus potential or overall player for the squad. Number two, we also have to sell and replace players 30 years or older in the starting 11. Number three, silverware wise, we have to win the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and the Champions League, all in the space of a strict 2-season time limit. Let's get straight into the challenge. So we're into season 1 with Bayern Munich, the first season without their Robbery duo. It's a bit weird for a lot of Bayern fans, missing their two veteran wingers, but we're entering a new phase, a new Bayern Munich era right here. We've added the new transfers that Bayern have made throughout the summer window, like Coutinho from Barcelona, the Brazilian midfielder, but we've just added him in here just for the permanent basis of this challenge, just for the challenge basically. And then we also have Perisic, who's come in from Inter on loan, another player who we've just added permanently because we can't get players on loan like that. And then we also have the two French defenders that arrived earlier in the window, such as Lucas Hernandez coming from Atletico Madrid, and also Benjamin Pavard coming from Stuttgart. The World Cup winners join us, as well as the two loanee players. Those are the major transfers that Bayern Munich made. Knowing that we have to make a few transfers as well, it's going to be an interesting period in Bavaria, but we're going to take a look at the players we need to replace in this squad. And as you can see, Bayern's side is already pretty youthful. The only player that we have to replace is Manuel Neuer, now 32 years of age. I know he's a very good goalkeeper. We're going to have to get rid of him. We've put him on the transfer list, unfortunately, for the German veteran World Cup winner. And as you can tell, there's a lot of players on the borderline, like 29, Robert Lewandowski, Ulrich, Perisic as well is already 29, Martinez and Boateng are 29. They're players that, you know, maybe in season 2 we might have to replace, so keep your eyes on that. But other than that, there shouldn't be too much selling going on in this side. This Bayern team already looks pretty strong, and we're just going to make it even better. Go for the treble, go for the three-peat, go for every single competition we can in this challenge, and see what we can pull off with Niko Kovac at the helm in life after Robben and Ribery. Let's get straight into the transfer business. We'll see what we can achieve with 170, let's just say, million pounds in the bank. That is probably just enough money. We'll see what happens. And just for confirmation now, we put the 35-year-old Franck Ribery, 83 overall. We've put him in La Viola. He's joined Fiorentina over there in Italy, and we can't even approach him. He's retiring at the end of the season. And there is a confirmation that the veteran Frenchman has finally left Bayern Munich, and he will be hanging up his boots at the end of the season, just like Robben did in real life. And it's going to be our first signing of the challenge, first signing of the season, and it's our replacement for the aging Manuel Neuer. Stood right behind him, it is Gianluigi Donnarumma. The Italian is going to be our number one in between the sticks, the 19-year-old, arriving from AC Milan for £48.5 million. The Italian stallion, he's got brilliant potential in career mode. Like most of you guys know, he's going to take over the throne of Manuel Neuer and hopefully get us a lot of clean sheets and lead us to success here at the Allianz Arena. Welcome to Bayern Munich, Gianluigi Donnarumma. So we started off with our first player arrival. Now it's going to be our first player departure. Manchester United have activated the release clause of Thomas Müller, the German World Cup winner. The now 28-year-old is going to be headed out the club. I thought that was good money for him. I wanted to get him out of the club anyways. And the German forward is headed off to the Premier League. He's going to become a Red Devil. We could use the money from his sale to reinvest in the squad in the transfer market. He's been a long-standing servant at the club, so farewell Thomas Müller. From one aging German to another, it is going to be club veteran, now 32-year-old, the man who we had to replace Manuel Neuer, another World Cup winner. He is off to the Premier League, not to Manchester United though, to Arsenal for £50.7 million. The media don't think we can live without Neuer. I beg to differ, however. £50 million for him is a decent bit of money. We've gone and replaced him with Donnarumma, so he's a bit surplus to requirements, and he's going to be helping out Arsenal in the Premier League. And with that money, we've gone ahead and invested in the replacement for Franck Ribery. Down that left-hand side, it is Manchester City's own Leroy Sané, a player that Bayern wanted to get this summer. However, with our negotiation skills in this challenge, we've been able to get Leroy Sané on the books. He's going to be starting for us on that left-hand side. He's got 90 potential, so he does qualify for us, and we had to shell out a lot of money. We picked him up for £91 million. The 22-year-old will set the world alight here back in Germany. He did play for Schalke. Now he's coming back to the Bundesliga, and hopefully he can be our main marquee player in this squad. Welcome to Bayern Munich, the Franck Ribery replacement and upgrade, Leroy Sané. So after that Sané acquisition didn't leave us with too much money in the transfer budget to splash. However, we've picked up the Arjen Robben replacement. It is going to be the Ivorian Nicolas Pepe coming from Lille. I know it's a bit unrealistic. He's joined Arsenal in real life, but hey, it's the end of FIFA 19. Let's have a bit of fun here. We've brought in the high potential winger at a whopping 88 potential. Nicolas Pepe is going to bring us a bit of flair, a bit of attacking prowess. Still only 23 years of age. He's a great pickup in career mode, and for £40.2 million, the 23-year-old makes his way over to Bavaria. He'll be making his Bundesliga debut for Bayern Munich, so welcome to the club, the Arjen Robben replacement, Nicolas Pepe. So now that we've both replaced Ribery and Robben, we can let loose in the transfer market, and we've gone ahead and picked up a player who should have moved in this summer transfer window in real life. Was linked to the likes of Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, the 23-year-old Portuguese centre attacker midfielder, for £70 million makes his way over from Sporting Lisbon and is going to be one of the many jewels in the Bayern Munich crown this season. Another great player in terms of quality and just provides more depth in the squad, kind of like replacing Muller because he was a cam technically, but Bruno Fernandes in that regard is just an ultimate upgrade to the squad. We've made it happen here in the Life After Ribery and Robben challenge. Welcome to Bayern Munich, Bruno Fernandes. So we've managed to sell a bit of deadwood in the squad. He's not hit 30 yet, but he's on the verge. He's 29 years of age. It is going to be the Spanish central defensive midfielder, Javi Martinez. He is back to the homeland. He's gone off to Atletico Madrid for £26 million, giving us a few more funds in the transfer budget too, and he's just a player who's getting nowhere near our squad. So farewell, Javi Martinez. Have fun at Atletico. So probably our last transfer of the window is going to be a defensive reinforcement. It's going to provide us with a bit of stability at the back after I completely forgot that Mats Hummels left back to Borussia Dortmund and that I updated the transfer and put him at Borussia Dortmund. We've gone ahead and weakened a Bundesliga rival. This time it's going to be Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. The 22-year-old centre-half is going to join us for £38.3 million. He's just within budget, and we've literally exhausted the whole transfer budget here. So our last transfer is going to be a defensive backup, a very tactical and strategic move. Welcome to Bayern Munich, Jonathan Tah. So with the new look Bayern going into this post-robbery era, we're going to go ahead and simulate the German Cup. I believe it's the Super Cup. It's kind of like the Community Shield. The winners of the league taking on the winners of the Cup, and we're taking on Frankfurt here. Let's hope the boys can get a decent result today and start off the season by winning some silverware, and it's a 2-0 win. Kimmich and Gnabry, the two Germans, two staples in this starting 11, get the goals in the 44th minute and the 61st minute, making it a comfortable 2-0 victory, and we are German Super Cup champions. So that is going to conclude our business for the first opening transfer window. I see that as pretty successful. £288 million worth of players in, £141.9 million of older players and deadwood out the club. So we're in a transition period here at Bayern Munich, replacing Robben and Ribery, getting rid of a bit of deadwood in the squad and getting just some general player upgrades to the team as well. We've got quality and depth now. We've gotten a few new fresh faces in the side. That is how they'll be lining up going into this first season. I'll let you know if we do any January transfer business, but for now we'll simulate to the end of the season and see how the new look Bayern Munich do in the Bundesliga, Cups, and the Champions League, and see if we can pick up any silverware besides the German Super Cup in Season 1. So we didn't go after any January reinforcements, and it doesn't look like we needed them because we absolutely smashed the league. We have walked the Bundesliga here, being invincible. I think this is the first time in FIFA 19 career mode I've ever seen it. We've gotten 30 wins and 4 draws, amassing a total of 94 points in a 34-game season. The future is extremely bright after Robbery, and Bayern Munich have smashed it out of the park here. Where is Borussia Dortmund? Not even in the top 10. They're down at 11th. We have dominated Germany here, and it's well and truly a one-horse race. I don't think we can get any better than that. We've gone ahead and won the Bundesliga. That is one trophy objective completed off the list. We also do have a DFB Pokal final up against RB Leipzig, so we will go ahead and simulate that with our invincible Bayern Munich squad. I was definitely not expecting that, but if we can go ahead and win the cup again, that would be even better. We'll take a look at our Champions League campaign too. Can we do the treble in Season 1? It is going to be Juventus and Barcelona in the final. We'll take a look at the group stage. We were invincible in the Champions League group stage 2, winning there, finishing top of the group along with Ajax. We'll see where we got knocked out, and it was against Liverpool on away goals 2-2. So that is how the post-robbery starting 11 is looking like going into the DFB Pokal final. They're going to be starting off in Berlin against RB Leipzig. Can we do the German domestic double in our first season of asking, really? But we'll let this one play out. Hopefully we can go ahead and win this one today and only focus on the Champions League for Season 2. It's kind of a cagey opening 45 minutes. We're going to go ahead and skip it. And it's the Brazilian, the summer acquisition from Bayern Munich in real life, Philippe Coutinho, in the 74th minute, striking one home to get us 1-0 up over the line and winning the DFB Pokal. We are champions, baby, and Bayern Munich complete the domestic double. I mean, it was a bit of a boring final, but that season has capped off brilliantly. We have gone invincible in the Champions League, DFB Pokal, and the Bundesliga. What a season from Bayern Munich. I don't know how we can top it. There is Robert Lewandowski and the manager with that beautiful trophy. But how is our manager rating only 84? We haven't lost a game all season, and somehow we haven't got a 99 manager rating. Come on, career mode. But we'll have a look at the star performers this season, the Invincibles, and see who led us to that Invincible title. And of course, it is the Polish gunslinger who, unfortunately, we're going to have to replace in Season 2. 28 goals and 5 assists from Robert Lewandowski, the clinical Polish striker, carrying us and being our top goal scorer. Bruno Fernandes, a quality pickup with 19 goals and 18 assists. Pretty much balanced in both goals and assists. They're a brilliant center attacker midfielder and will definitely be our number 10 in Season 2. Nicolas Pepe, another big acquisition from us. 15 goals and 2 assists for the Ivorian winger. Living up to those Arjen Robben type numbers, we move on to Florentin Tolisso. 11 goals and 5 assists for the French midfielder. Joshua Kimmich from right back getting 8 goals and 4 assists. We move on to Philippe Coutinho. He scored the most important goal in the DFB Pokal final with 6 goals and 6 assists. A pretty decent debut season from him. We have Goretzka picking up a nasty injury, 6 goals and 5 assists. Hernandez with a decent debut season, as well as Serge Gnabry proving his quality. Thiago with 15 assists. That is a decent amount from a central midfielder who's playing a bit further back in the squad. Pavard getting 2 goals. It's an overall brilliant season. We're going to have to replace a few 30-year-olds in the squad for next season. We also have a bunch of players who didn't get too much game time, but Gianluigi Donnarumma played pretty much all of our games, getting 26 clean sheets, which is a pretty good ratio. I don't think they can go back-to-back seasons being invincible, but what a start to life with our Robben and Ribery. They have gone above and beyond expectations. We're going to have to replace a few stars in the squad though. Move on into Season 2, see how we can improve and bring a few new fresh faces into this Bayern Munich squad and go after that Champions League title. So we've entered our second season here with the life after Ribery and Robben, and we've gotten £178.55 million to spend in this transfer window to help improve the squad and try go for Champions League glory. We need to tick off a few objectives this season. One is winning the Champions League, but another is also getting rid and replacing these aging 30-year-old players here with Ulrich, Lewandowski, and Boateng. Also Perisic, a recent transfer in real life. So we've already transfer listed them. We'll transfer list Boateng. We've transfer listed Lewandowski, and now we'll transfer list Ulrich. That is how the squad is looking so far. We're going to have a few departures. One of our main man, Lewandowski, is going to be leaving the club, but we'll see what madness we can pull off in the Season 2 transfer window. It is going to be insane. I just want a good Champions League campaign. We're going to kick off the second season right now. So we're starting off Season 2 with a player departure. It's going to be the German centre-back Jerome Boateng. He's been a loyal servant at the club, but he's hit that 30 age and he is off to Juventus for £30.5 million. The German centre-half is off to Serie A, and that only means that we're going to go ahead and replace him, upgrade his position, and get someone that's even better. So farewell, Jerome Boateng. So our second season 30-year-old clearance continues here with our star Polish top goal scorer last season, Robert Lewandowski. He's off to the Premier League. Chelsea have come after him, and it's for £124.5 million, a 9-figure transfer fee for the 30-year-old. We pretty much got £155 million out of those two players. They're going to be two players we're going to miss throughout the second season, but it's for the better. Lewandowski, we're going to miss ya. Boateng, we're going to miss ya, but it's time to move on. I still can't believe that transfer fee. Chelsea are out of their minds, and just like that, our Boateng replacement has come through, and it's going to be the Uruguayan Jose Maria Jimenez, arriving from Atletico Madrid for £56.5 million. He's just a solid rock at the back, and is obviously better than Boateng at 85 overall. He's younger at 24 as well. One of my favorite defenders in FIFA 19 too. He's been a career mode legend for a while now, and the Uruguayan is going to provide us with some defensive stability at the back, and it's going to lead the line after Boateng's departure. So welcome to Bavaria, Jose Maria Jimenez. So out with the old and in with the new. new is the kind of vibe going into this second transfer window, and it's going to be our replacement for the departing Robert Lewandowski. Mauro Icardi just joined PSG in real life, I know, but we've picked him up here for Bayern Munich for £80.5 million. He's 88 rated. He's not as good as Lewandowski, but it's still quality nonetheless. He can bag us some goals and lead the line up top for us. The lone striker will definitely find some success away from Inter, and here at Bayern Munich, I feel like he'll be the perfect fit. And at 88 rated, he has the potential to become one of the best strikers here in Germany. And that striker position is definitely something we needed to get, because after that Lewandowski sale, we really had no other really decent striker, and we need someone to bag in our goals this season. So welcome to the Allianz Arena, Mauro Icardi. So he's not our new number 9, but he's going to be the backup for Mauro Icardi up top. It is Timo Werner. We've activated his £63 million release clause from RB Leipzig. I know he recently signed a new contract with them in real life. We've brought the 23-year-old striker to Bayern Munich. He's been heavily linked to the German champions. 85 overall, 23. He's just a great young replacement, a great young backup, and he's just the quality and the caliber of player we need in this squad. So it's a long anticipated welcome to the club for Timo Werner. So one of the last 30-year-olds that are out the door here at Bayern Munich, it is going to be Sven Ulreich. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but the 30-year-old backup goalkeeper is off to Olympique Marseille for 11.1 million, and we've gone ahead and picked up Andre Lunin as a backup goalkeeper for Donnarumma in goal for £20 million, coming from Real Madrid. Got amazing potential in career mode, but for now he's going to be a backup. The 20-year-old Ukrainian is an exciting prospect, and he's already 79 overall. So we've aimed to get the majority of our business done before the transfer deadline, and I think it's the final piece of the puzzle. It is going to be Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. The dynamic Serbian midfielder arrives from Lazio for £76.5 million, and we all know how overpowered he is in career mode, so hopefully he can get us over the line and win us that Champions League title. Another big player arrival in Munich, and I can't wait to see him in action. So it's not too big of a transfer, but considering we needed to get rid of Ivan Perisic, the now 30-year-old Croatian left midfielder, we've offloaded him to PSG in return for Thilo Kehrer. The 22-year-old German centre-back is going to come to the Bundesliga, making his return to the Bundesliga for £1 plus Ivan Perisic. I mean, an impeccable offer. I hope PSG use that pound very, very carefully. It is a lot of money. £1 plus Ivan Perisic is probably the greatest deal of all time. And Thilo is very versatile. He's a centre-back, left-back, right-back. He's going to provide us with a bit of cover. And that is going to conclude our business for the summer transfer window. In Season 2, it was a record high of £296.5 million plus that £1, with a total profit of £166 million. So a very efficient, very effective, and very busy transfer window, with a lot of player arrivals, some major player departures, a potential Champions League winning side. I mean, just take a look at the quality. It's looking stacked. Look at the depth as well. But we're showcasing quality in all areas of the pitch. In all departments, we are just loaded at the moment, and have got quality in the entire starting 11. So the life after Ribery and Robben. But I'm keen to see what these lads can achieve. Can they top last season's invincible season? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to sim ahead to the end of the season and see if we can complete the life after Robbery challenge. So it wasn't back-to-back invincible seasons in the Bundesliga. Despite not really focusing on it all too much, we ended up winning it yet again, proving why we are the best team in Germany right here. FC Bayern with 71 points. Leipzig, Hoffenheim, and Dortmund all end up in the top 4, and it's back-to-back German champions. Onwards to the DFB Pokal. Let's see if we got into the final. No, it was Nuremberg winning over Wolfsburg in the final. We'll take a look and see where we got knocked out. It might have been rather early, and it was against Ingolstadt in round 2. They beat us on penalties after it was 3-3 going into extra time, 5-4 on penalties, and there's no DFB Pokal success this year. But we all know the trophy we wanted to win and needed to win to complete the challenge, the Champions League. Let's see how we got on, and we're into the final up against Manchester City. We've got a big finale to end off the episode on. In that group, we ended up invincible, finishing top of the group alongside Inter. We defeated Lazio 4-0, Milinkovic-Savic's former team. We then went on to defeat Manchester United 4-1 on aggregate, a 3-1 victory over Barcelona in the semis, see us face Manchester City in the final, and it's going to be a massive European final as it's Sané's former side. However, there's a few injuries in the squad. We've got Bruno Fernandes still on a knock, and Sané, our big marquee signing, our replacement for Ribery, is going to be out of the Champions League final. Still a lot of quality on display, and now all they need to do is go ahead and get the result. Pep Guardiola and Man City, always a tough side to face, especially in the Champions League, so we need to be on our best game tonight. Hopefully Donnarumma can keep out all the Manchester City chances. Milinkovic-Savic goes down injured in the first 10 minutes. Not the way we wanted to start off this game. And will he come off? I'm not too sure, but Bruno Fernandes won't be coming on. We're into the first half. Not too much action going on. It's Milinkovic-Savic. Tolisso with a red card now. Are you serious? Everything is going against us right now. If we win this game, this will be the ultimate miracle in Champions League history. And Werner off the bench. He was supposed to be our backup striker, but he's only gone and won us the Champions League to help us complete the challenge. And I thought everything was going against us there. I thought we were down and out. But a Milinkovic-Savic injury and a Tolisso red card, down to 10 men. Only one man stood a chance. It was Timo Werner getting the one and only goal to win us the UCL. I expected a bit more of a fight from Manchester City, but I'm not complaining. The Bayern boys. Mauro Icardi standing right next to the Champions League trophy. It's a beautiful sight to behold. Soak it in. We're basking in glory at the moment after completing the challenge. We're going to take a look and see who our star performers were this season. I'm still a bit sad for Sane because he didn't get to play the final against his side. But we'll move on and see Nicolas Pepe, our season 1 acquisition, went on to get 22 goals and 12 assists, our top goal scorer and most likely our top assist man with a total of 34 goal contributions. A very solid season from him. Milinkovic-Savic, who was injured in the final, one of our midfield warriors this season, really stepped up as we picked him up. 16 goals and 9 assists. Timo Werner with that all-important Champions League goal. I don't care about the other 11 goals he scored. He could have just scored one and I still would have appreciated him all that much this season. He was the backup to Icardi and he ended up scoring more goals than the Argentine. Only 9 goals for Mauro as we go into Joshua Kimmich with 6 goals and 2 assists. Bruno Fernandes picking up a nasty injury there, 6 goals and 2. Serge Gnabry 6 goals and 2 as well. And Leroy Sané picked up a big long-term injury, hampering his game time and hampering his performance. 5 goals and 1 assist for him. Coutinho, the Brazilian, getting a bit of goals, getting a few assists in there as well. Tolisso with 4 goals and 6 assists as we scroll down. Thiago having a decent little season in there, 3 goals and 8 assists for the 28-year-old. The defenders getting in amongst the act as well. Donnarumma had most of the game time in between the sticks, 18 clean sheets for him. That was a side we built to complete the challenge here at Bayern Munich. What a beautiful way to end off the video, guys. That is going to be it for the live after robbery challenge. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you made it all the way to the end and want to see more content, make sure to smack that like button down below. Hit subscribe with notifications on because we're looking forward to FIFA 20, PES 2020. So much content, so many videos are coming to you guys, so make sure to turn notifications on as well to stay notified with everything on the channel. I appreciate every single one of you down there showing your support, showing your love, dropping your comments down below as well. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. I've been BCHD. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day and I'll see you on the very next video.